Greetings, everyone. It's with great pleasure that I welcome you all to yet another exciting but insightful session. Following a highly profitable week, I'm thrilled to present a comprehensive technical analysis of the XAUUSD chart in this video. We will be examining trend lines, key levels, and chart patterns to facilitate well informed trading decision based on historical price movements. As a continuation from my previous analysis, I will first highlight key moments from the previous week before we delve into the specifics of my expectation for the upcoming week. And talking about last week's trading session, we were able to scoop over 1,000 pips in profit as we took advantage of both buying opportunities and selling opportunities as well. So at the beginning of the week, we had this old consolidation phase between the 1,961 and the 1,954, where we were looking out for either a breakout of this structure or breakdown to give us our first trading decision for the week. And with our buy stop and sell stop orders placed at both ends, we had our first buy position for the week when price action broke out of the 1,961. And we continue to rather move all the way to the upside before selling pressure resumed to negate all the bullish attempt here, leading into a breakdown of that structure. And we had some chopper situations. I think after enjoying about 100 pips um, bearish move, we were taken out of our position. I think two of our positions were taken out on the second day of the week, and this was as a result of I think it was a CPI data. An event happened during the second day of the week, took us out of that position. Then I waited that the market normalizes before we jump into any other position here. So we had the privilege of selling. So it was quite an interesting week for us. So if you do want to have a look into how we took advantage of all of these positions, I will be dropping the link to this commentary right in the description box of this current video. And if you are watching this from my YouTube channel, you will be seeing the link in the at the top right hand side of your screen. So with that being said here, I would like to dive into the business for today. So going back into the chart here, what I did here was to take into consideration what has been happening in this market since the beginning of the month of May. And despite the consistent presence of strong lower highs in this market, the possibility of a bullish surge grows increasingly robust with each passing day. The main factor contributing to this belief is the seller's ongoing struggle to breach the 1930 zone, which is situated right here. So as you can see, all attempt by the sellers to break through the structure has been met with strong resistance from the buyers at every point in time, giving me an idea that buyers might likely be pushing price to the upside. But in as much as the potential of a bullish momentum is still um, looking promising here, you will see that we have been witnessing a sell zone for this market around the 1965 and the 1960 in the last couple of weeks, which gives me an idea that we need a whole lot of patience around the zone before jumping into any position in the coming week. And in order to guide our trading activity for this week, I was able to identify a key level that we are going to be using. And that is situated around the 1960. And the main reason behind this level as our key level for the week is simply because of how this area has been a major determinant of price action since the second half of last month. Now, if we look at this closely, you will see how that level at one point in time determined buying or selling opportunities in this market. Look at what happened here. We saw this area was serving as a strong demand zone. The same thing happened here before price action broke down and retested the structure. And then if we fast forward into the last trading day of last month, we saw a little bit of consolidation phase around here. And at the beginning of this month, we saw the breakdown. And since then, price action has been finding selling pressure around that area. Even into the end of last week trading session, we saw selling pressure. And on Friday last week, we also saw selling pressure around that area. And with this information here, you would agree with me that we are at a critical point in this market where a whole lot of patience is required in order to make an informed decision around this area. So right now, price action is right around the 1,960, and at the same time along that descending trend line, which has been supporting this bearish momentum since the beginning, since the second half of last month. So one thing we are going to be doing here is to try to wait and see how participants in this market will be reacting to this area to decide what our next line of action will be. Now, the question is, are we going to be seeing a breakout of the structure that is taking out all the sellers around that area to incite a bullish momentum for the week? Or are we going to be seeing a situation where selling pressure will still continue below the 1,960 to incite another opportunity to sell the XAUUSD? So with the information here, I was able to identify a simple setup on a much more lower time frame, that is the 1 hour time frame. But before I go into the 1 hour time frame, I would like us to take note of the fundamental factors that could affect this market in the coming week. And one thing about checking the economic calendar is the fact that these factors often manifest on the chart in technical patterns and price movement. And by monitoring the economic calendar, we can identify potential correlations between key economic releases and specific technical patterns. Now, if we zoom into the economic calendar here, I was able to spool out a couple of high impact events, that is, events that will be affecting the US dollar. And for the new week, we have on Wednesday, June 21, we have the first Chairman Powell testifies. So he's going to be testifying before the Congress, providing a broad overview of the economy and monetary policies. Powell's remarks are published ahead of the appearance on Capitol Hill. Then we also have on which day again, on Thursday again, the continuation of the testification will be happening. So this is going to be one event that majority in the market will be looking forward to decide what our next line of action will be. So scaling down into a much more lower time frame, I was able to identify a potential reversal pattern around that 1,960 area, as you can see here, which is coming in the form of a head and shoulder pattern, which from a technical standpoint is a strong reversal pattern. So if this whole situation continues around the 1,960, then a breakdown of the neckline of this reversal pattern will be an opportunity to sell the XAUUSD this week. However, if price action climbs back above the 1,960 and we continue to see buy pressure above this area, we'll have no other choice than to look out for buying opportunity. So these are my views here on the XAUUSD for this week. Trust me, I will be with you in the comment section of this video at the beginning of the week to give you an update on what I think will happen after monitoring how participants in this market will be reacting to this current market structure. I do hope this video has been of immense help in making your independent decision on this commodity. If it did, show some support by giving it a thumbs up and liking the video as well. Your likes are valuable and help the video reach more traders who could find this material useful. If you haven't already, consider following me by subscribing. Subscribing ensures that you never miss out on the latest ideas I share, as you will receive notifications whenever I upload new videos and commentaries. Do have a wonderful evening, everyone. Bye bye.